Coming up on Fulton Today, an international delegation visits Fulton County to see firsthand how the sheriff runs the jail operations. We'll explain.
After hundreds expressed concern about how the county handled HUD funds, leaders seek resident input on proposed amendments to HUD action plans. I'm Brian Robinson, and I'll let you know when and where your voice can be heard.
And these seniors show off their dance moves while showing their heart a little love. That and much more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. Fulton leaders invite citizens to weigh in on how HUD funds could be used. Now, county officials want to know how residents feel about proposed amendments for HUD action plans that date back some 4 years. FGTV's Brian Robinson joins us now with more on this story. Brian?
Shania, the proposed amendment includes moving money that used to be for home repairs to helping those in need of a down payment. But yes, before anything is modified, Fulton officials want to seek resident input to find out what they think is best. Since the beginning of the year, Fulton residents and civic organizations have shared with commissioners their concerns about how the county has handled HUD dollars in the past.
Please, whatever you do, keep in mind how it affects individuals and families.
Hearing those concerns, county leaders are now going straight to the taxpayers to hear how they feel about proposed amendments to the current HUD action plan. The Department of Community Development is asking residents about a proposal that affects HUD money received in 2016, 2017, and 2018. In that 3-year span, here is what Fulton received from HUD. The amendment involves moving funds from housing rehabilitation to down payment assistance. If you are unable to attend the public meeting taking place this week at the North Fulton Government Center to voice your opinion, the next opportunity occurs on Thursday, February 27th at the Aviation Community Cultural Center from 11 a.m. until noon. Now, for residents who are unable to attend and participate in the public hearings, you're encouraged to submit written and email comments no later than 5 p.m. on February 28th at the address shown here. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Brian Robinson.
Thank you, Brian. Meanwhile, the other topics that have residents talking, including seniors, are the state's new voting machines and the census. And since both have generated lots of uncertainty, county leaders have created a new program to ensure the elder population is not left in the dark. Here's FGTV's Regina Waller, more on the Civics Friday with Fulton County seniors.
So it's very important how you participate, how you let your voice be heard.
That message from Fulton's Director of Senior Services set the tone for the initial Civic Fridays with Fulton County seniors inside the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Facility. The sessions explain the importance of census participation and gives the seniors the chance to practice on the new voting machines.
We know they're going to be at the polls this year, so why not prepare them, get them comfortable with using the equipment and the machines so that there won't be any confusion or questions about it. So this is a great way that we are bringing access to the seniors where they come and participate in programming.
Between now and mid-March, Civic Fridays organizers will bring the program to the county's senior and multi-purpose facilities. The reason? Senior Services staff say statistics show seniors vote more than any age population. Stats also show seniors can be overwhelmed with new technology.
It is one of the largest voting populations. I think with the seniors, they need to see it and feel it and touch it, because sometimes new technology can be kind of overwhelming to them, but when they get a chance to see it and you take them through it in a slow, deliberate type of demonstration, they feel so much better about it. And then it's amazing to see the response when they finally get a chance to use it and say, oh, that wasn't so bad.
The 2020 census will also incorporate the use of technology for the first time. For these seniors who prefer not to be bothered at home, the new feature offers a more stress-free option for census participation.
They could do it themselves, either on their computer or on their mobile devices. And we in the Department of Senior Services, we plan to play a role in that to open up our computer labs and help seniors who want to be involved with online registration for the census.
The seniors who attended this session say they enjoyed the lesson they learned on this day.
I think it's a great idea to keep the seniors particularly, and our young people too, but particularly the seniors informed and on top of things early enough so that we can digest everything that we have to take in, and also maybe talk it over with other seniors and also have an opportunity to review all the information that we are exposed to.
With seniors receiving this kind of exposure to the new voting machines and census process, organizers say there's no reason to expect a low turnout with this demographic. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Regina Waller.
Thank you, Regina. With less than 2 months remaining until the 2020 census, Fulton's census team remains hard at work to ensure a complete count. The team met for the second time this year inside the government center to discuss their strategy to count the hard-to-reach areas in the county.
What our meetings are about now is how to inform people of what the census is and the importance of counting themselves and their families, the people that live in their house, so that Fulton County can be acknowledged more by the federal government, bringing in money for schools, bridges, roads, adding information for feasibility studies for any kind of research people want to do. And so that's what we're talking about now. How do we bring that to the table to get more people to fill out their census form?
The committee recently revealed that over 30% of county residents live in areas where households traditionally do not participate in the census. Without support or encouragement, that uncounted population could cost the county millions of federal funding. During this meeting, much of the discussion centered around the We Count Summit taking place on Saturday, February 29th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Georgia International Convention Center. The group also discussed the updates that have been posted on the county's census website. Now, that's where you can go to learn more important information about the census and how you can apply to fill one of those over 3,000 temporary census jobs. Some international visitors made a trip to the Fulton County Jail. The Sheriff's Office welcomed a delegation of justice officials from the Republic of Georgia. While on their tour of the Rice Street facility, the delegation learned about procedures, Fulton's justice system, and inmate programs created to reduce recidivism.
The Republic of Georgia in 2012 came to visit, and they wanted input into how they could run their prisons and jails a little better. And we were able to give them information, and ever since then, they have a delegation come at least twice a year, and they come to see how they can use whatever we have back in their country, and we're proud to show them what we have.
We had an opportunity to meet with Mr. Sheriff and his deputies, and my impression was that these people are doing their job so professionally that they are actually making it a little less depressive for the inmates.
The visit from the Republic of Georgia team is the continuation of a partnership the Sheriff's Office has with the Open World program.
The main goal of this program is educational exchange, cultural exchange, and exchange of best of practices of yours.
Open World is a United States exchange program that has enabled current and former leaders from different countries to engage and interact with members of Congress, congressional staff, and thousands of other Americans.
There are people who have college degrees who, as of today, don't have your skill set.
Meanwhile, inmates at the Union City Jail celebrate the completion of a computer class designed to provide them with marketable skills.
This is definitely important, extremely important, because it reduces recidivism. We see that 2/3 of the inmates are re-arrested. So when you have programs like this here in Fulton County, basic computer applications, job readiness, soft skills, things like that, we see a decrease in their involvement of negative activity when they're incarcerated.
The class, known as Platform of Hope's Basic Computer Applications, is a 6-month program. While enrolled, the inmates were taught basic computer concepts and navigation in Microsoft. They also had to complete assignments and exercises that will help them prepare for the workforce upon release.
The class is amazing. It allows us to refreshen for those who are already computer literate, to refreshen our memory. Some of us have been in here a long time. We were able to work on resumes, learn how to do PowerPoint presentations, learning how to work the Excel sheet, which of course you can use that for, many different reasons.
The bottom line is the females here need these programs. They need to learn skills to migrate back in our societies so they can find decent employment and be able to take care of their families.
Staff at the jail say exposing inmates to programs like this help after their release and helps relieve stress and handle anger issues. And still to come, a series of town hall meetings continue as residents receive up-to-date information on the county budget and so much more. That and more in our district-by-district coverage next. The series of one-on-one town hall meetings continue with Fulton's newest commissioner, and an international delegation learns how the county conducts some of its business. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage. We began with Chairman Rob Pitts, who welcomes Ambassador Hervé Denis of Haiti. The chairman, along with other county officials, hosted the career Haitian diplomat at the Commerce Club in downtown Atlanta.
I had been friends with the former consul general from Haiti here, Gandhi Thomas, who's now posted in New York. But when he informed me that the ambassador was going to be in town, I said, well, what a great opportunity for us to make new friends, to promote Fulton County, continue to promote Fulton County.
The ambassador was joined by his delegation of officials during the visit.
And here we have something like over 100,000 of Haitians living here. So we come also to develop the relationship between the community, our community with the city, how they could be better citizens, better integrated in Atlanta community.
In addition to serving as the ambassador, he has been elected recently as the president of the Chamber of Commerce of Haiti and the Chamber of the West. County leaders and the international delegation wanted to meet to discuss areas of mutual opportunities. Commissioner Joe Karn continues his inaugural series of town hall meetings in District 6. The newly elected South Fulton representative has been visiting various communities to share his vision for that district.
We want to thank the great city of Fairburn for welcoming Fulton County to the Temple of Prayer Church. Bishop Aaron B. Lackey, thank you so much. We updated citizens in a town hall meeting on the 2020 budget, as well as the upcoming census and Fulton County elections and the preparations we're making for the upcoming election season this year.
If we're not counted, we don't get the funds, and we don't get that new congressional district that we really need out here. So that's why I'm here.
Well, this meeting was very informative. I wish there had been more people here, but I'm going to do my part to get the word out and make sure that everybody is counted.
Residents were reminded about the February 24th deadline to register to vote in the upcoming presidential primary and the April 1st Census Day kickoff. And still to come, seniors celebrate Heart Health Month. We'll show you how. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, half of all Americans have at least one of the top 3 risk factors for heart disease: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or smoking. Now, February is Heart Health Month, and though many of the conditions and behaviors that put people at risk for heart disease are appearing at younger ages, seniors are also reminded to protect their heart health. Ladisa Onilagu is the director of Fulton's Senior Services Department. Ladisa, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's just talk about it. How can our seniors stay heart healthy?
Well, I believe that the programs and services that the Department of Senior Services offers to our seniors has a direct impact on their health and the ability to age in place. I'm very glad that we're talking about this month's observance and happy to speak with your viewers today.
And can we switch and now talk about the cardiovascular diseases and how seniors can take control of or prevent this condition?
The National Institute of Health states that there are things that a senior can do to delay, lower, or possibly avoid the risk of heart health. One of them is to stay active. Another is to avoid behaviors or picking up habits that will negatively impact your health. And the third is to adopt a heart-healthy diet. Start adding vegetables to breakfast and all meals throughout the day.
And tell us about some of the ways that Fulton seniors and other partners are taking part in this Heart Health Month.
We provide ongoing workshops and seminars that support healthy aging. Particularly for this month, we welcome senior residents of Fulton County to take part in our stroke and diabetes seminars at multi-purpose facilities, health talks at our neighborhood senior centers, or even if you're a caregiver and you're experiencing stress that can have an impact on your heart health, contact our Adult Day Health Program to learn more about this session.
And Ladisa, let me get your final thoughts.
Our mission is to support healthy aging, and we want you to be heart healthy, not only this month, but every month. For more information about our programs and services, email us at seniorservices@fultoncountyga.gov or give us a call at the Star Line, 404-613-6000.
Ladisa Onilagu, Senior Services Director, always great information. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks again for having me.
Well, we found that Fulton seniors are in fact really serious about this Heart Health Month, yet they have found a fun way to protect their heart health. FGTV's Melissa Lewis has the story.
Get them up, burn calories.
It was the biggest exercise class of the year so far. Over 100 participants of the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Multipurpose Facility, all in red and all about their heart health.
Number one, listen to your doctor. That's first thing. And do what that doctor tell you to do. And other things, get up and move.
And move is exactly what these seniors did. The facility brought in instructors from all of their exercise classes to give the group an idea of what each one offered. The idea? Give them options to stay engaged.
It's our belief, and we know it to be true, that if you don't use it, you'll probably lose it quicker than you want to. So we encourage everybody to get fit, stay fit, so you can be healthy as long as you can, live on your own, be able to do for yourself, and exercise and good nutrition all goes hand in hand.
According to the CDC, though high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and smoking are the top 3 risk factors for heart disease, there are other conditions and behaviors that affect one's risk as well, such as carrying extra weight, diabetes, and physical inactivity. It's part of the reason these kinds of programs are offered at all of the county senior facilities and centers, and it's a perk these seniors enjoy.
Not only is it good for the exercising, but it's good for the socialization of everybody.
Though the Heart Health Month Go Red Day happens once a year, many of these seniors say they plan on staying heart healthy all year long. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Melissa Lewis.
Thank you very much, Melissa. Meanwhile, an update on a story we recently shared with you. As the American Red Cross is working to address its recent blood donation shortage, Fulton County is inviting the public to help stock the shelves. The county will host its first blood drive of the year in the Fulton County Government Atrium on Thursday, March 5th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. Residents and employees should bring a photo ID, eat a good meal before donating, and drink lots of water. Now, to get details on the eligibility requirements, call 1-866-236-3276. And coming up next on Fulton Today, celebrating Black History Month all across the county. Stay with us. Well, it's February, and that means, of course, that Fulton County is celebrating Black History Month. Inside juvenile court, Multiple doors have been decorated to honor the lives of some notable African Americans. Visitors can also see a nice display in the lobby area of the building's namesake, Judge Romay T. Powell.
For the month of February, we decided that we wanted to spotlight not only historical figures in the Atlanta area, but also some of our very own judicial staff here in the juvenile court.
It's important for us to display these African American figures because we need to keep their dream alive. They worked so hard, they struggled, and they laid a path for us, and we still benefit from what they've done.
There are also a number of Black History Month related events at all of the county's libraries and on the library's main website. That's where you can research African American history. The research database covers more than 500 years of the African American experience and offers unique ways to explore the full spectrum of history and culture. And finally, Fulton's Arts and Culture team is also celebrating Black History Month in a way for all to see. A new exhibit that honors Black History Month is now on display inside the Government Center's Peachtree level entrance. The exhibit showcases the works of artists who are part of the Fine Art Acquisition Program. The artwork varies from 2D works of drawings, paintings, mixed media, collage, fiber, or photography to lightweight 3D works of sculpture that all can be hung on a wall.
The exhibition this month is in celebration of Black History Month, and we are happy to be able to celebrate African Americans through this exhibition. And as a part of our Fine Arts Acquisition Program, we have 52 artists that have been a part of that selection process, and here we have represented 14 pieces of artwork from that collection.
The exhibit is free and open to the public and will be on display through the end of the month. The Fine Arts Acquisition Program was introduced in 2017. And before we go, our reminder that FGTV wants to connect with you online. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for up-to-date Fulton County news. And you can watch a replay of this show or any other FGTV program anytime on our YouTube channel, so please do us a favor and subscribe. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.